Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining me for this explainer. Today, we're heading on an incredible sonic journey straight into the vast, breathtaking landscapes of Northern Australia. We're going to explore what is arguably one of the world's oldest continuously played wind instruments. Deep, resonant, and literally instantly recognizable the second you hear it. The Didgeridoo is just so much more than a musical instrument. As you're going to see, it's a living, breathing expression of Aboriginal culture. It's a vessel for identity, a powerful tool for storytelling, and honestly, a deep well of spirituality. Okay, let's dive into this. How exactly does a simple, hollowed-out eucalyptus branch hold thousands of years of living history and ancestral knowledge? It's a pretty profound question, right? I mean, when you look at the physical object itself, it seems wonderfully rustic and straightforward. Yet the sound it produces and the entire culture it carries are infinitely complex. So throughout this explainer, we're going to unpack the science, the craftsmanship, and the rich heritage that magically transforms a piece of wood into an ancient living voice.
Section 1. The ancient voice. To really understand this instrument, we've got to look at its timeline. Its origins are deeply rooted among the Aboriginal peoples of Arnhem Land, up in Australia's Northern Territory. Try to imagine this incredibly immersive, grounding soundscape that's been echoing across this rugged terrain for millennia. It's a sound that has literally vibrated through the soil and through countless generations. To put that timeline into perspective, on one hand, we've got the hard scientific timeline. Archaeological and cultural evidence securely places the playing of the didgeridoo back at least 1,000 to 2,000 years. That's a massive span of time. But on the other hand, we have the profound Aboriginal oral traditions, which place the instrument's origins much, much further back. They trace it all the way to the dreaming. And you know, the dreaming isn't just some time in the distant past. It's a timeless, continuous era where ancestral beings shaped the land, the animals, and the people. The didgeridoo is fundamentally intertwined with this era, acting as a direct sonic bridge right back to those ancestral beings.
Section 2. Crafted by nature.
Now, this instrument isn't manufactured in some factory, it's actually born from a deep, symbiotic collaboration with nature. You don't just build a didgeridoo from scratch, you discover it, and you work with what nature has already provided. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the very first step. It's an absolutely incredible natural phenomenon. A suitable eucalyptus branch is naturally hollowed out by termites. And because those termites eat away the inside in completely random, unpredictable patterns, no two termite-hollowed branches are ever identical. That means every single instrument has a completely unique acoustic footprint. Moving to step 2, skilled craftspeople step in. They carefully cut, clean, and shape the wood, working right alongside those natural contours left by the insects. And finally, in step 3, the instrument is decorated with highly specific, clan-based designs using natural pigments, and a soft beeswax mouthpiece is added just to create a comfortable airtight seal for the player.
Section 3. The art of breathing.
Okay, so once you have this beautifully crafted, totally unique piece of termite-hollowed wood, how do you actually play the thing? Well, the physical mechanics are just as fascinating as its creation. To produce that unmistakable, deep, continuous drone, it requires an immense amount of physiological control. We're talking vibrating the lips and expertly managing airflow. The real secret to that unbroken wall of sound is circular breathing. It's this highly specialized technique where the performer inhales quickly through their nose while simultaneously using their cheek muscles to push stored air out of their mouth and into the instrument. This incredible trick allows the player to maintain an absolutely uninterrupted sound that can literally go on for minutes at a time without ever breaking for a breath. It's a remarkable feat of human endurance, basically turning the human body into an extension of the instrument itself.
But here's the thing. A master player doesn't just hold a single flat note. By introducing rhythmic pulses, vocalizations, and precise percussive tongue techniques, the player transforms that drone into vivid musical storytelling. They brilliantly mimic their surrounding environment. You'll hear the rhythmic hopping of kangaroos, the howl of dingoes, the calls of emus and cockatoos, the croak of frogs, and even the rush of wind and flowing water. The natural world is, quite literally, breathed right through the instrument. Section 4. Echoes of the dreaming. Beyond those physical mechanics, we really need to understand its deep metaphysical roots. In Aboriginal communities, the didgeridoo is definitely not some secular toy. It holds a sacred space deeply embedded in the social and spiritual fabric of everyday life. Traditionally, it accompanies song, dance, and profound ceremonies. So when it's played, it isn't just making music, it's actively preserving ancestral knowledge. It acts as an auditory reminder of a worldview where humans and nature don't just coexist, but exist in a deep, respectful, interdependent relationship.
It really strengthens that vital, living connection between the people, their physical country, and that timeless era of the dreaming.
And because of this deep spiritual significance, traditional performance protocols can vary significantly among different communities. While the sound of the didgeridoo is universally loved worldwide, the Aboriginal custodians of the instrument must be deeply respected. In some cultures, there are strict rules about who can play the instrument and exactly in what contexts. Cultural guidance regarding these ceremonial traditions should always, without exception, be honored by anyone looking to learn about or interact with this ancient tradition.
Section 5. A global resonance.
Today, this ancient voice has traveled way beyond the borders of Australia's Northern Territory. We're looking at how this remarkable instrument fits into our modern, globalized world, carrying its rich heritage into entirely new spaces. The didgeridoo has built a massive global musical footprint. You can hear its hypnotic voice weaving through world music festivals, anchoring deep meditation tracks, heightening tension in modern film scores, and even bringing a totally new texture to jazz ensembles. Artists all across the globe have truly embraced its sound. However, alongside this global popularity, Indigenous leaders continuously encourage audiences and musicians everywhere to really learn the instrument's cultural history and, most importantly, to acknowledge and respect its traditional Aboriginal custodians.
Because of this rich history, I want to offer you a quick listening guide for the next time you hear a didgeridoo in the wild. Don't just listen for a standard melody. Really engage your senses. Listen for that continuous drone. Pay attention to the unbroken breathing that never seems to stop. Notice those subtle, shifting rhythms and the highly specific animal-like sounds intricately woven into the performance. And this brilliantly illustrates how to experience it for what it truly is, an immersive, living soundscape that's intimately connected to the land itself. As we wrap up our analysis today, consider this incredibly powerful observation. It can carry history without books, teach values without classrooms, and preserve identity. So the crucial point is that this instrument and the music it produces is an unbelievable vehicle for human memory. Across countless generations, yes, it is entertained, but it has fundamentally preserved the identity and the history of one of humanity's oldest living cultures.
This ancient tradition invites us to reflect on our own modern lives, too. I'll leave you with this. How does the music in your life preserve the memories of your own culture? The didgeridoo shows us the unparalleled power of sound to connect the ancient with the modern and the individual directly to the landscape.
Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on the didgeridoo and Australia's truly remarkable Aboriginal heritage. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep celebrating the incredible diversity of our world. Make sure to subscribe to Sphereblend to explore even more musical traditions, customs, and amazing stories.